ADHD stands for Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. It's a condition affecting behaviour, and key symptoms are often restlessness and having difficulty concentrating. The symptoms of ADHD can often be quite noticeable, which leads to a clear diagnosis from a doctor. Often there are some signs which can go unnoticed, leading to a misdiagnosis, which can extend into adulthood. We're going to talk about some of those hidden symptoms in today's video on ADHD. So the first one is struggling with sleep. Difficulty sleeping is usually considered a separate issue to ADHD. However, it has been noted in a study that children and adults who have ADHD both have reported sleep problems. They find it difficult to turn off when it's time to sleep, often overthinking and feeling physically restless. Some have also reported finding it difficult to wake up too, because they've been awake most of the night and they only enter the deep stage of sleep when it's early in the morning, and that sleep phase is harder to wake up from. Impulsive behaviour is another hidden symptom of ADHD. It's been reported that those with ADHD sometimes find it hard to control their emotions. So this can often come out in the form of impulsive shopping, substance abuse, or eating disorders to help soothe their emotions. Lower levels of the dopamine neurotransmitter can increase the frequency of impulsive behaviour. Another hidden sign of ADHD is that you may have been diagnosed with another mood disorder. If you've had a psychiatric assessment, you may have been misdiagnosed as having anxiety or another mood disorder. ADHD can make you feel disinterested and bored at times, so your clinician may misdiagnose you as having depression or anxiety. In fact, a study conducted in 2016 showed 35% of patients referred for treatment-resistant mood disorder actually met the criteria for ADHD. The next hidden symptom of ADHD is actually doing quite well in school, because the typical symptoms of difficulty concentrating, which is associated with ADHD, people assume that may lead to poor grades at school. ADHD is not related to intelligence, and you can be an excellent student and successful while still having the diagnosis of ADHD. Sometimes students who have ADHD are aware they may have time management, concentration, and organization issues, so they may have to overcompensate in these areas to ensure that they are ahead of their classmates. This results in excellent grades, and although symptoms are present, overcompensating in the areas they struggle with helps them to succeed. Relationship difficulties. This is another hidden symptom of ADHD. When you have ADHD, you may find it harder to be mindful and emotionally tuned into other people's behaviors. This can affect communication and your natural connection with that person, and it can put a strain on friendships or relationships, and this may lead you into feeling disconnected from them. Other key symptoms of ADHD is forgetfulness and disorganization. So this can make building relationships tougher because people may incorrectly perceive you as being selfish or self-centered. ADHD can present in different ways, and there's actually 3 subtypes of ADHD. Typical symptoms, of course, are the difficulties in concentration and hyperactive behavior, which classifies under the hyperactive type of ADHD. But there are also other subtypes of ADHD. One of those is the inattentive type, and there's another type which is a combination of both inattentive and hyperactive. So if you have a student who has typical symptoms of hyperactive ADHD, he may be disorganized, hyperactive, and disruptive in classes, which would mean he would get a clear diagnosis of ADHD and start treatment. But what about the inattentive type? The student affected with the inattentive type may just dissociate mildly in the class, or maybe they may forget to hand their homework in on time. They may not get diagnosed with ADHD, and they may just be deemed as a slightly disorganized student. Girls are more likely to be diagnosed with the inattentive type of ADHD, and boys more commonly diagnosed with the hyperactive type. If you've made it to the end of the video, leave a 100 emoji so I know you've made it to the end. If you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to the YouTube channel for more similar videos.